Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is MarineLorD versus INnoVation on Orbital Shipyard. Alright, let's get rid of that, bring this up in that. In the bottom side of Orbital Shipyard, we have the red Terran player from Korea. It is INnoVation. And in the top side of Orbital Shipyard, we have the blue Terran player from the nation of France. It is MarineLorD, representing Team Millennium. Two of the best Terran players on planet Earth right now in a TVT. Our weekly TVT. I cannot guarantee the TVTs on my channel will always be this good with this high caliber of player, but you know what? Let's enjoy it while it is and get right on into it here. So both players opening up obviously with a supply depot into a barracks. Ba-ba-pa-pa. Oh, and in case you hadn't noticed or heard the announcement, I will be doing one mirror matchup of each matchup per week. So one ZVZ, one TVD, one PvP at minimum. If I see better matches on those particular matchups, I will go ahead and cast those as well. But for those of you who like their mirror matchups, I can't ignore you. And for those of you that hate them, so be it. I'm going to go ahead and cast them anyway. But if you're watching a TVT, you have some love for at least one level of a mirror matchup. Or perhaps you're just a fan of INnoVation or a fan of MarineLorD, considering the past recent events of Nation Wars. Anyway, MarineLorD sending out a scouting SCV for an INnoVation heading up as well, and they should be able to get some good information out of their opponents. Not really walling off at all here is INnoVation, surprisingly. But here comes the SCV. Dun 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 dun. Scouting out. He sees no gas. He's a gasless opening, and is going to see this command center as well, which tells him only Marines can come out of this. No Reapers are on the way. Meanwhile, the gas for INnoVation is going to tell MarineLorD the opposite, that there are going to be Reapers coming out. And the wall off. Oh, the SCV is stuck inside. Oh no, it's like a horror movie. The bad guy is in the house with you, and in this case, the bad guy is this Marine. The Marine is going to chase him around and going to try to get a kill, but it's not going to happen. The DPS on that Marine rifle is just way too high. The advantage that this SCV has is that he's faster than the Marine, but with some good angling, the Marine can compensate for that, no problem at all. So both players do have their early expansions. Marine for defense is worked out here, and a Reaper for offense for INnoVation. The question is it going to work out or not? Here it comes. Reaper Bob heading on up. And might actually kill this SCV with a couple good well-placed shots, but no, the wall off here. KD8 charge not hitting much of anything for Marines. Gonna shoo this guy away, and doesn't want to be there at all. And now has to wait for combat drugs to kick in, delaying his approach into the base once more. Throwing down a factory here, 1-1-1 build on the way from MarineLorD with the command center sprinkled in. Fairly standard play indeed. A factory just about to be completed here from INnoVation, so a little bit quicker on the uptake there on the southern side of the map, as well as another starport, or not another starport, a starport, completing the 1-1-1 cycle. The Reaper just patrolling back and forth, not even really attempting to get in here and scout at all. I mean, I don't think he'd be surprised by anything. He definitely recognizes there has to be a factory. Tanks are very popular in TVT right now. And just Marines in production. A Widow Mine on the way for MarineLorD. I don't know that I've seen many Widow Mines mixed into these compositions. It's usually just been a Marine and tank versus Marine and tank with medevacs mixed in to help make the tanks fly around. Which has got to be a little bit disconcerting, right? You're in a tank that's sieged up, you're blasting away at the enemy, and suddenly a medevac comes over, picks you up while you're in siege mode, doesn't even put you inside the medevac, and flies you all over the place and lands you somewhere else. That's got to be disconcerting for people that are usually used to spending their lives on the ground, as those siege tank pilots, siege tank drivers are. Anyway, 29 to 32 total harvesters. MarineLorD is in the lead here on his count. Have I been mixing that up? I might have been mixing that up. So INnoVation's down here, MarineLorD's up here. I don't know. Getting late, ladies and gentlemen, getting a little bit late. So here comes a drop with 6 Marines and a Widow Mine heading directly towards the enemy. The Reaper is around here trying to get some kills out. He is very low on hit points, but he does see what's going on. He sees the starport without a tech lab or a reactor, which means must be a Marine. And Cyclone does get rid of the Reaper all by his lonesome. Drop moving on in here as well. I'm not sure what it can do. Does it want to boost? No, gonna drop the Widow Mine to try to get that Widow Mine burrowed, focused down by the Marines, and it does manage to survive, killing 2 SCVs there. Viking does chase the medevac away though, and MarineLorD hanging on by a thread. But this Widow Mine, is there a scan available? Is there going to be a scan? Is there going to be a missile turret? What's going to happen here? Ah, it's going to sacrifice the Marine to deal with this Widow Mine instead of going after workers. And, splash damage. Nicely done, MarineLorD. Oh, just making sure it's dead. Is he going to? Yeah, I think that's what that was. In case he didn't kill the Widow Mine with the splash damage by attacking his own Marine, he sends another Marine over in case the Widow Mine is going to activate and sacrifice this guy's life here as well. It's gone, though. The Viking going to try to snipe down this medevac. A couple more shots might be able to do it. And yes, does get the medevac. The Viking ends up falling, though. Marines and tanks inside this base here. Not a good look at all for MarineLorD, but crushing through anyway. Using the Cyclone. The Cyclone is alive. No, ends up falling. Medevac as well. Tank with 6 kills. Finally gets cleaned up. But 6 SCVs have died there as well. INnoVation looking very strong right now. Being very, very strong. And finally losing the last of his Marines there. So both players are getting +1 attack there for their Marines. Getting combat shield here is INnoVation. More tanks, more Marines on the way for MarineLorD. And heading out, taking a 3rd base is MarineLorD. Is that something that INnoVation's planning on doing? I don't see a command center for him. Searching around, and no, definitely not there. Alright, so Viking really proving its worth, trying to deal with these drops. See them when they're coming, getting shots off on those medevacs, making them weaker and easier to kill once they do land. Double tank set up to defend this orbital command. This SCV is getting back to work. I think that was the one that maybe built something down there. Anyway, here comes the Marine marching down, marching orders, checking for a 3rd base for his red opponent, and the answer is he doesn't know. Blah, because a Marine catches him before he gets in range to see if there's an orbital command there or not, and there's not. He finally has to scan, does MarineLorD, and he sees the attack coming his way. He sees the tanks, he sees the Marines. He has tanks and Marines of his own, building a missile or sensor tower rather, up there on the high ground to see exactly where INnoVation is planning to attack. Single Marine heading up for scouting purposes, just making sure the way is clear for his buddies there on the ground, and going to head up the ramp as well. Infantry weapons, level 1 and Stimpak about to finish here for INnoVation. I think he's waiting for those before he makes his move. Is he? Oh, he's going to drop on in here again. There's nothing really to defend at this point. The Viking again trying to kill the medevacs. Might be able to kill one of them. Tanks attacking there. Marines now getting lifted up and boosted on in here again. And no, loses one of the medevacs there. Yikes, not good at all. Is he going to lose another medevac? And there are some Marines on the inside. 3-4 Marines. And boom, big shot. Full medevac dying there. Very out of character from INnoVation. Yahoo! Infantry weapons level 1 about to finish for MarineLorD as well. A little bit behind, but I don't think it hurt him too badly. 119 to 93 total supply here for MarineLorD. Playing very strong. Very strong indeed, and still hasn't taken a 3rd as INnoVation. Does he feel like he can't? Does it feel like he has to keep the pressure up or he's going to lose no matter what? This is kind of crazy, ladies and gentlemen, but MarineLorD in a good position against INnoVation. Again, with the worker supply lead, with the total army supply lead. APM for both these players, well over 300 for the game. Playing so fast. Just hanging out down here is INnoVation. More Marines coming out from the barracks. Continued production for this guy. He never, ever stops. Combat shield on the way for MarineLorD. +1 armor for INnoVation. INnoVation is also getting some tanks and some Marines and medevacs. And a big confrontation is on the way, I think. MarineLorD is ready for it. He's heading forward. The tanks are in siege mode for INnoVation, though. And, yeah, taking a shot there and backing on out. Does not like the terms of that engagement at all. And the Marine explodes in a gout of blood. MarineLorD says, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe I won't go there. He scans and says, where is this 3rd base? Why doesn't INnoVation have a 3rd? What is happening? I don't know. I don't know what. But INnoVation is going to try to make this work anyway. +1 armor about to finish. Might be waiting for that to come on in before he actually makes another push on in here. Marine scouting out, loses his life for the cause, which I think he's probably okay with. He's usually pretty committed here. Anyway, Marines and tanks on top of everything. Looks like INnoVation is going to win this battle, though. The tanks in the back trying to splash what they can, but forced to pick up and run away, losing a tank in the process. Tanks redeploying onto the high ground to get rid of these Marines. Are there any tanks left for INnoVation? There is one. There is one there. But a lot of Marines here, all getting healed up by the many medevacs on the ground, and INnoVation has a foothold inside this main base, continuing to send up tanks, continuing to send up medevacs and Marines here, and actually pulling out. Pulling back a little bit. Here's INnoVation. Surprisingly so. I'm not sure why he's doing that, but the Vikings running around trying to see what's going on, trying to see where the army is, just kind of dancing back and forth. Still hasn't taken a third. I don't know what to say about that. I am so surprised INnoVation has not taken a third base to this point. The resources lost tab shows 4,000 minerals, 1,200 gas lost for INnoVation, 4,800 minerals, 600 gas lost for MarineLorD. Another Marine does die for the cause. Are these guys usually criminals, though, who are, like, fighting to reduce their prison sentences? I don't know. Anyway, the Vikings are trying to kill these medevacs. Missile turrets taking shots off as well. Losing a medevac again, full of units. SCVs forced to pull for their lives. Marines running on in, focusing down that tank. And a lot of Marines, missile turrets as well, just crushing into these medevacs. Are there any medevacs remaining? No, there are not. An INnoVation calls the GG. INnoVation's defeated. MarineLorD is victorious, and INnoVation has left the game. Well, there it is. A bit of a surprising outcome. I'd say INnoVation was probably the favorite coming into this match, but MarineLorD got his third base up sooner, was able to hold on to it, able to deal with his two-base pressure from INnoVation, held off here, dealt with the drops back here. These Vikings were key, man. Having these Vikings back here to try to take down medevacs, taking down the ones that are over here trying to heal as well. So many medevacs died for INnoVation in that game. 14 total. Medevacs, a lot of them full of units as well, which again is so uncharacteristic of INnoVation. He really likes to take care of his units, and losing that many has just got to hurt him bad. So in the end, well played by both of these guys. MarineLorD did take the victory here in Nation Wars. I think we'll see more of these players in the future. But for now, this has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thanks for watching, and you take care of yourself.